I'm a fan of sharing the arts with my sweetie on Valentine's Day, and fortunately, New Mexico has no shortage of destinations to do just that. The New Mexico Museum of Art is spicing up their current show, Renaissance to Goya, by adding some romance into the mix. Here to tell us more about it is Mary Kershaw, director of the New Mexico Museum of Art. Mary, thanks for coming in this morning.
It's a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So, first of all, for folks that might not have gotten a chance to get up and see this, or maybe this is the first time they're hearing about it, tell us what Renaissance to Goya is about.
So Renaissance to Goya is an exhibition that we have at the New Mexico Museum of Art. It's prints and drawings from Spain that date from the late 16th to mid-19th century up to Goya, and they're all from the collection of the British Museum in London.
And so you guys are adding a bit to it, as if that wasn't enough, these beautiful, exquisite works here. You guys are doing a special thing for Valentine's Day, Renaissance to Romance.
That's right.
So tell us what that's all about.
Well, Renaissance to Romance is an opportunity for people who like to take their sweetie somewhere special on Valentine's Day, like you do. And we're going to have a special evening from 5 to 7 on Friday night, and we'll have pomegranate sparkling punch, chocolate, and tapas.
Wow.
And music in the galleries, and just a wonderful romantic evening at the museum.
So, I mean, that's really a great night to do it. Now, if I understand this correctly, this is a free event, is that right?
It certainly is free, yes.
Okay, so that's, I mean, that makes it even better. You come in and have this stroll through, look at some really incredible artwork, and the music is flamenco guitar, is that right?
It's flamenco guitar in the wonderful surroundings, surrounded by all of this wonderful Spanish art.
Absolutely. Yeah. And, you know, if you've never been to the museum itself is a work of art. It's such a beautiful building in the heart of downtown Santa Fe. Now, for folks there, you know, we had talked earlier when we had spoken Renaissance to Goya when the show first opened. This is a good lead in for folks that maybe not familiar with the work of the Renaissance artists, Goya, and some of the, you know, his contemporaries. So for folks that want more information about the show, you will have docents on site that will be providing information, maybe walking through folks, walking them through the thing, giving them more information?
We'll have docents in the gallery, and our docents are really wonderful. So they'll be talking to people, answering questions. It'll be very informal. I will be there with my sweetie, so I'll be happy to talk to people as well. And it's a wonderful introduction to these marvelous Spanish artists, and what a wonderful thing to share with your sweetheart, this sort of wonderful, beautiful, beautiful art. And talking to these friendly people who want to tell you as much as they can about it.
Who are very excited about it. I mean, the docents there, very excited, and for very good reason. This is a really extraordinary opportunity that New Mexico is getting. The museum, one of only 4 locations globally.
That's
that right?
right. That's
that has the show.
There are only 4 locations. It was in London, it was in the Prado in Madrid, it was in Sydney in Australia, and then it's here in New Mexico.
That's amazing. How did the show end up here?
Well, I worked in the UK for a long time, so I was very familiar with the collections of the British Museum. And when I saw this exhibition was on at the British Museum, and I saw that it was Spanish art from the time that New Mexico was being explored and settled by the Spanish, I thought this show has to come here. It's such an art-loving place. And the work is so exquisite. And some of these works of art are the only drawings that are known by these Spanish masters.
Really?
So it really is a very, very exclusive opportunity. So I got in touch with the people in the British Museum, explained why the show had to come to Santa Fe, and they worked with us to bring it here.
That's great. They agreed, and it really does. It's got such a great tie-in to New Mexico and our history, and it really is beautiful. And seeing a lot of these works that serve not just as works of art, but really developments of larger works, seeing a lot of the frescoes, and it's amazing to sort of see what the masters consider a sketch. They're really works of art, just the drawing on a napkin, as it were. So how much longer do folks have to see the show?
People, there's 4 more weekends, so time is running out, and you're going to want to go more than once. March 9th is the final day.
March 9th. Okay, that's coming up real quick.
Yeah.
And $6 for admission unless we go to Renaissance to Romance from 5 to 7, is that right?
That's right, or Sundays we are free for all residents of New Mexico, so come with something that has your address on it, and you'll be welcomed with open arms.
Be welcome in. And like I said, folks, if you have not been to the museum, it's absolutely beautiful. We will have links to the museum on KRQE.com under the Casa tab. Get out and see this show. You will regret it if you don't. Mary, such a pleasure to see you again.
Thank you so much, Chad.
Thank
Real
you.
Pleasure.